The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Their job. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Bol, Harrison out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
Lillard surveying the D. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now the pass to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. Picked his pocket. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Bol, the pass to Rivers. Feeds to Bol. Pass to Jokic. Puts it up from 12. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Jokic fully capable of knocking down the mid-range jumper. Tremendous confidence from here. You got to D him up better than that.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
To the inside. Here's Bol. Back to Rivers. Passes it to Jokic. Inside. Here's Bol. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
Now Lillard. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. 18 feet out. Denver grabs the miss.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Porter, no luck. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6, and the shot is good.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Rivers kicks to Porter, to the paint. Harrison passes to Bol. Back to Harrison. The shot will not fall, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Lillard. The pass to Powell. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. And a wide open look for Porter. No good on the 3.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bol. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
He's guarded by Rivers. Back to Lillard. Takes a three. Oh, that's offensive interference. So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Nuggets leading by 6. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Morris looking over the floor. Outside Millsap. Pass to Najee. Here's McGee. The Nuggets with another miss. McCollum against Gordon. Out to Anthony. Passes it to Jones. And here's McCollum for 3. Oh, he gets it to go. Wow.
It counts.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
I'm training summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in.
You know, it took a little time for Millsap to develop and blossom into the NBA player he is, but once he did blossom, this guy became a star quickly.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Yep, that one goes. McCollum's got 5 now.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Pass to Millsap. Got a piece of it. Now, here is Morris. He's guarded closer. Millsap dishes to Morris. Back to Millsap. Traps in the tray. Millsap's got 5 points now this quarter.
The bailout that time from Millsap. Nice play.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks to McCollum. There's the 3. Morris with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 4. And he gets it to go.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
Here's Najee, now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Outside Anthony. And there's the pass to McCollum. And it's off from three-point range. The Nuggets leading by 6. Najee passes to McGee. Portland grabs the miss.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Oh,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Got that bucket in no time at all. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Lampazzo covered by Lillard. 58 seconds left to play in the first half. Count that one.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Now here's McCollum. 7 points in the game. Lillard attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 7 points.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets, using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Here's Porter. Here's Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Tries yet again. Jokic passes to Green. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. 17 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Jokic. And another miss by Denver.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Simons. And that one released in time, but no good. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is well, what can you say about superstar big man Nikola Jokic? Jamal Murray said.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Nikola Jokic. Austin Rivers is out there with Harrison. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Bol in at the 4 spot. Pass to Jokic. To the middle, Nurkic with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Jokic high post. Back to Harrison. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Second chance shot. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Powell kicks to Nurkic. Covington passes to Lillard from deep. And it's Lillard again missing. The Nuggets trail by 4. Passes it to Bol. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Lillard with it. 12 points for him. It's Powell on the wing. Kicks it out to Covington. Stolen. Knocked away. Nurkic against Jokic. He feeds it to Bol. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. The Nuggets making a switch here. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lillard outside. Pass to Kanter. Lillard outside. He's guarded by Rivers. 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Rebound by JaVale McGee. The Nuggets shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. It's Millsap with the drive, and they take the lead. Millsap's got 7 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. That's just a perfect way to play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. McGee dishes to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Back to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
I like the fact that McGee not just going through the motions here. I mean, setting a good solid screen, timing his roll perfectly. That's basketball 101 there.
58 seconds left here in the third quarter. McCollum against Gordon. McCollum passes to Kanter. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Kanter's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. Nuggets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got his first points of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And the pass to Simons. Sinks that one from the post.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
For Denver, they've gotten every shot to drop since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. And here's Gordon. Oh, and he blocks it. Oh,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Inside, here's Kanter. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
So both teams making some changes here. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Now Morris lays it up and banks it in. Morris has got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
McCollum outside. Nurkic trying to get open, and the basket by McCollum.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Gordon kicks to Bol. Down low. Nurkic with the steal. Here's the break. The pull-up. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. McCollum passes to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Lillard against Morris. Pass to Gordon. Morris trying to...
Oh, man. Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Lillard with no one around. Here's Nurkic. McCollum outside. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Portland. And then for Denver, Paul Millsap is checked in for Bol. And Porter subbed in for Gordon. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Powell dishes to Nurkic. Deep 2 from Anthony. Kicks it out to Lillard. Over Morris. Again the miss by Lillard. And here's Denver. They're on a 13-5 run. Porter against Anthony. Passes to Rivers. And it's Jokic in the corner. The Nuggets with another miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The shot by Powell, no good.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Denver.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
That's a 2 from Lillard, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Morris outside. Pass to Jokic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Damian Lillard.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Here's Lillard from deep. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Outside, Porter. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business. Rip City. Welcome to 2K Sports for another. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the power forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot.
You got to know McCollum is looking to fire off the pass. This is why you must play up on him.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Back to Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the evening. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Lillard outside. They get it back. Nurkic can't hit.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Outside, George. Back to Morris. Poked away. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul in these drives.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 to shoot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Nurkic dishes to Lillard. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Zubac kicks to Jackson. Back to Zubac. Stolen by McCollum. And now Portland on the break. Finished off the break. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
And the vision of Nurkic, I mean, solid and understanding when to distribute the ball.
And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. But they recover it. Tries again. Kicks it out to McCollum. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that one is good from Zubac.
Well, you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
The Trailblazers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Paul George with the steal. Morris passes to George. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Nurkic trying to get open. Lillard with the bucket.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and it's opened things up for him.
Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Now here's Lillard. He's got 6. Kicks to Powell. Nurkic up top. McCollum against Jackson.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And George with the stuff.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Pass to Powell. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. And a wide open look for McCollum. And a miss there on the triple. Got a piece of it. George against Lillard. Jackson dishes to George. It's all tied in Portland. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got McCollum. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point.
Big boy strength right there. Big boy move from Cousins right there. He feasts off of contact when he's coming up with a shot.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. The Clippers shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And that comes off the assist by Jones. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Kennard finds Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Count that bucket. Cousins has got 5.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Kennard kicks to Beverly. And Cancer pulls it down. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Kennard, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
As Kennard's career has gone on, Luke's become a much better ball handler, so it's important for his game.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Lillard left side. George trying to break free. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Here's George. Count it. George has got 6.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Portland leading by 6. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Lillard goes back up. And Nurkic finishes inside.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Outside, George. There's the pass to Leonard. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Lillard against George. Unloads from 13. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard against George. Lillard attacking. He's off on that one. George with the defensive effort.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Rondo. Here's McCollum. He's got 9. Jacks up a 3. That one misses. It's tipped. Taken away by Anthony. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steal.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And here's George. After Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. No good from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Now Cantor. Pass to Carmelo. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Kennard in for George. The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
Now here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, and Jackson is very gifted at finishing through aggressive defense. Just a master at controlling his body.
90 seconds now into the second half. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Lillard. 13 points in the game. Kennard with the rebound. Outside Jackson. That one goes in. Jackson's got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. It's 2-on-1. There's the dish to Nurkic. He feeds it to Lillard. Covington passes to Lillard. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Hands checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Kennard.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Anthony. McCollum's got 11 points.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
The Clippers grab the miss. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
go out. Look at Morris, just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with him.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Portland leading by 13. And here's McCollum. He's got 11. This one for 3. With the tip, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, and when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Now here's Leonard. Rondo passes to Morris. Over Anthony. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
McCollum, no good.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
McCollum against Rondo. Leonard on the wing. Hit his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Eight seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers out in front as they end the 3rd quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Pass to Kanter. Back to Anthony. And here's McCollum for 3. The putback. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard against Anthony. Leonard inside. No good on that one. Anthony with the defensive effort. Here we go, one-on-one. The 3 from McCollum. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
His 3-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Here's Simons. Paul George making his last shot. A nice shot by Simons.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Leonard finds Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Here's Simons. And the 3 off target. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Right side George. Over Kanter. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Trailblazers leading by 17. Here's Simons. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to it. Didn't look ready to receive it. At least they've got some room for error, but still a poor possession there.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. A nice shot by George.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Lillard from outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Jackson with it. Pass to Zubac. Clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Nobody near Lillard. Portland again missing. Clippers trail by 13. Here's George. Finished off the break. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Three-pointer Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here now, the Clippers. They've got an 8-0 run. And George kicks to Jackson. The pass to Zubac. He dishes it to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. 1:15 left in the game. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
Now, here is George. Lets the three fly. Zubac the pass to Leonard. From past the arc. Knocks down the three ball.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from 3. Boy, how times have changed.
Now here's Lillard. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. And here is Los Angeles now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Jackson has the open look. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
Puts it up from 12. That shot off. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. You've got Luka Doncic. Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. This is his first free throw of the game.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you played.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And Doncic throws it down.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Lillard with it. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Doncic against Lillard. Now, here's Doncic. Defense is right there. Makes it off the glass. Doncic has got 7 points in the game. Lillard looking around. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Doncic. Good on the bucket. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Now here's McCollum. Dishes to Lillard. Shoots from the elbow. The offensive rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Powell. Richardson outside. 1:53 left here in the opening quarter. The 3 for Doncic. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 4 rebounds in this game. Lillard with the bucket.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Nurkic against Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. Got a hand on it. McCollum against Powell. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles. Giles has got 6.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Here's Finney Smith. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 6 to shoot. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Dallas also making some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Now here's Brunson. Powell finds Brunson. A three-pointer off the mark. Portland leading. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Fires for three. Outside, Jones. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Yep, that one goes.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Trey Burke. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Brunson in at the one spot. Now here's McCollum, and the pass to Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Brunson the pass to Burke. Now Marjanovic. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Now here's Burke. He's guarded by McCollum. Burke can't get it to go. Here's Jones. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jones has got the lead up to 4 now for Portland. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Outside Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Passes it to Nurkic. Lillard outside.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Burke, following the score by Damian Lillard. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. Outside for Redick. Cauley-Stein. That one, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Lillard. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. A 3-ball. Lillard misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. Out to Hardaway.
Throws it up high, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
1:25 left to play here in the second quarter. Back to Lillard. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Lillard.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
And that one's good. Burke.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 6, and Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Here's Doncic. The rebound by Simons.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And the basket by McCollum.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Mavericks have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Here's Jones. McCollum outside. But they get it back. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Pass to Jones. McCollum outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 11 points and 1 assist. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Norman Powell. Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. The shot comes out, and the Mavericks going the other way now. To the paint. Here's Porzingis, banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 1. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to,
Hill.
how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here's Finney-Smith following the score by Damian Lillard. Porzingis inside, working on Nurkic, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, tracking down rebounds with ease. Kristaps Porzingis, outstanding mobility.
Doncic comes with the double team. Pass to Powell. Lillard with it. Back to Powell. The tray. Powell pulls it in. The Mavericks leading.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And it's Lillard missing. Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good on the triple. And it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Shot clock at 3. Powell, the Mavericks, moving it up. And the dunk by Powell.
How about the ups of Dwight Powell? He's making these lobs look easy.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Dallas also making some changes. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
And here's Brunson following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer, and he's got the game to do just that. He looks better and better every year, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Burke in for Richardson. Mavericks leading by 5. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Marjanovic. It's stolen by Jones. Here's McCollum. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Mavericks have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. First one falls for.
And Cauley Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. McCollum feeling it out a bit. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Burke. Good work defensively by Jones. Trailblazers trail by 5. Pull up Jay. Back to Kanter. Portland moving the ball around. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
The pass to Marjanovic. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Hardaway. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Anthony. Stolen by Brunson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Maxi Kleber is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Jones, the pass to McCollum, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Now here's Brunson. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target from outside. And now Portland on the break. Anthony leading the charge. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The deep three from Redick. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game. Doncic against Lillard. To the inside. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And stolen by Redick. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas.
From the moment this guy stepped into the league, Luka Doncic has been aggressive and assertive. He just attacks defenders.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. There's the triple. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porzingis. And now a 10-point Maverick lead. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Josh Richardson's checked in for Dallas. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Buries the long-range jumper.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Powell dishes to Lillard. Giles the pass to Nurkic. Three-pointer. Lillard gets the three-pointer to fall. Now just a 4-point Dallas lead.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And he gets the whistle. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that
the coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They've led by as much as 10.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
The three shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Damian Lillard.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Here's Cauley Stein, and Anthony sends it back, and he comes up with the deuce. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. That's a 2 from Lillard. Releases. Doesn't go for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Now Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Here's the lob to the hoop. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. Off target from three-point range. And here is Doncic. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Denver is in both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at center locking down the middle. And for the Nuggets, they've got Bol, Harrison out there with Rivers, then it's Porter, and it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Rivers passes to Bol. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the size Bol has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring. And the playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Rivers kicks to Porter. Pass to Harrison. And here's Jokic. 5 to shoot. Here's Bol. They get the rebound. Outside Porter. Now the pass to Harrison. And again, Denver no good.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Lillard scanning the floor. McCollum finds Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harrison. Kicks it out to Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. McCollum dishes to Nurkic, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
The Nuggets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. McCollum against Rivers. And there it is for him.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Rivers against McCollum. Nurkic the pass to Giles. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Pass to Powell. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Damian Lillard with the 3.
That's a nice shot from Damian Lillard. He feels like he can drain it just about anywhere and appreciates the fact that he's got that kind of range.
Now here's Rivers. In the corner, Bol with it. Passes it to Harrison. Now Jokic. Down low. Powell with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The shot's good.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Harrison passes to Rivers. 1:12 left in the first quarter. score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Powell. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Porter. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Simons. He feeds it to Kanter. Count it. Good.
This is the thing about Kanter. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
McCollum passes to Kanter. McCollum outside. Ring shot on the way. Kanter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Kanter is a monster on the offensive glass.
And still a close game as the first. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Austin Rivers, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Green, and that one's good. Millsap. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. And Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in. Here's Gordon. Lays it up off the glass. Gordon's got his first bucket in this one.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Simons surveying the D. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The Nuggets trail by 4. And there's the pass to Gordon. Stripped it away. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Pass to Powell. Here's Giles. Back to Powell. Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Trailblazers lead by 6. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Morris kicks to Gordon. Morris trying to free himself up, and the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Millsap covering. Passes it to Powell. Nurkic against McGee. Portland moving the ball around. From deep. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. .156 left in the first half of basketball. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Porter passes to Harrison. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Giles. To the middle. Pass to Powell. Lillard outside. Over Jokic. Back to Powell. From outside the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound.
The D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And here are the Trailblazers now. The Nuggets getting the bucket to the left side wing. Nurkic against Jokic. The pass to Giles. Shot clock at 6. To the paint, over Bull. Here's Powell. Jokic grabs the miss. Nuggets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And the dunk by Bull. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The team is told they got themselves into it. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so here's Portland, trailing by 2 on the court for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. Now here's McCollum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 6 to shoot. Kanter dishes to McCollum. Fires the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Porter passes to Bull. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
McCollum with the ball. And he can't bank that one in. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Rivers. Here's Bull. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Jokic. The dish to Rivers. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Cantor. Jokic, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Here's Rivers after the Trailblazers pick up 2. He kicks to Porter. Passes to Bull. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Rivers finds Porter. Back to Rivers. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Harrison. Stolen by Cantor. It's tipped. Jones with it. Now defended by Jokic. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Now here's Rivers, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Back to Lillard. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Now here's Lillard. He has 5. Over Morris. Morris against Lillard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Nuggets leading by 4. Now Morris. And that one, good. Morris has got his second basket of the game. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Powell. Over Gordon. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
McGee, the pass to Najee, and he dunks it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And he makes that one. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Lillard. And that one hits back iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets going into the break with a 10-point lead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Porter, Paul Millsap out there with Green, and it's Harrison in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The pass to Porter over Anthony. Denver gets it back. Millsap kicks to Harrison. And there's the feed to Green. And Green slams it in.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Cantor. Here's Lillard. Tips it, and Cantor able to finish.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Outside, Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Simons. Kicks it to McCollum. And stolen by Gordon. Here's Rivers. It's deflected.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
And the basket by McCollum.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. A nice shot by Rivers.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Trailblazers trail by 12. McCollum outside. Here's the 3. Sinks the triple. McCollum's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Portland.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
On the wing, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Simons. Anthony down low, guarded by Porter. Clock at 4. Simons, the pass to McCollum, beyond the arc. Again, McCollum missing. The Nuggets leading by 11. Ball dishes to Rivers. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Passes it to Jokic. The 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. McCollum. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Anthony kicks to Nurkic. Back to Anthony. Jokic against McCollum. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
For the Nuggets, JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Millsap comes in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Rivers. Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Here's Lillard following the basket by Jokic. McCollum outside. Cantor against Jokic. Cantor dishes to Lillard. McCollum outside.
Well, you might have thought he was rushing. I think he knew exactly what the time was on the clock. Lillard keeping his composure.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Michael Porter.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Millsap passes to Gordon. And here's Jokic. Over Cancer. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's Leonard. Down low, wants to get it to Zubac, and does.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Lillard against Jackson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Leonard against Powell. And it's Leonard missing. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George passes to Zubac. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Zubac has got his second bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Now here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. George dishes to Jackson. It's George on the wing, covered by Lillard. George, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Powell finds Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Leonard gets it to go.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Lillard, right side. Lillard again missing.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And it goes down 2 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard outside. Portland again missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Lillard again missing.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
George looking over the floor. There's 48 seconds left in the first. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Over to the left wing. Jackson against Lillard. Stolen by Jackson. 4-on-3 break. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And the basket by Lillard.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
That's tipped, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Kennard against Jones. The shot's good from Kennard.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at point guard.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Portland shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. McCollum's checked in for Portland. There's the pass to Beverly. Pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum outside from the arc. Connects from three-point range. McCollum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Beverly. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Clippers leading by 7. He kicks it to Beverly. It's stolen. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line. So not exactly his best percentage.
Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot.
Oh,
yes. Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now, here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. Cousins goes straight through the defender for the dunk. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And a deep three from Lillard. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's Beverly missing.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Covington passes to Lillard. And Portland again with the bucket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Passes it to Mann. 1:36 left now here in the second. Here's Cousins. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. Cousins has got 6 points in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Lillard, the pass to Pop. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Beverly finds Kennard. Here's Mann. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Clock at 6. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Portland with a change here too. Anthony's checked in. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got 6.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Portland, no good that time either.
And they continue to control the glass.
And the layup is good. He's got 14.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
And George kicks to Zubats. He dishes it to Rondo. Teardrop shot. It's tipped. And that does it for the first half of play. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 10 points, 2 assists, and 1. And that should...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubats. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And George, here we go. And it's blocked. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Anthony. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Leading by 5. Here's Zubats. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's McCollum. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. McCollum's got 7.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Here's George. And count it from 19 feet away. And the Clippers lead by 7.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
McCollum passes to Simons. From the line, that one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 9 points in the game so far.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Trailblazers trail by 9. That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And that one's good. Lillard.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Hey, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his 1st foul of the game. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here. And a deep 3 from Lillard. And the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got 20 points.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
Pass to Beverly. To the middle. Here's Leonard. And they pick up 2. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Powell. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Simons is checked in. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And here's McCollum. 9 points in the game so far. Offline with his 3.
and really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Kennard against McCollum. And stolen by Cousins. Dishes it to Batum, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Seven seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's McCollum. Yes, that goes in. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Clippers leading by 6. On the floor for Portland, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And the pass to Zubac. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Simons. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him. Trailblazers on D. They trail by 6. And it's George finishing it off.
It's one of those nights where George's number has been called time after time.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Leonard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverley. 3-pointer, Lillard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Lillard against Jackson. From deep 3-point range, and Damian Lillard good for the 3. Lillard's got 11 in the second half. Clippers leading by 7. Now George. On the wing, Jackson. 4 on the clock. And it's George finishing it off.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Lillard way outside. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. George with the ball. Inside. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Covington finds Nurkic. Lillard outside. And the rejection by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. Here's Leonard. Zubac, the second chance points on the tip in. Zubac has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Lillard. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And that's now 29 points for Lillard.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Cullen passes to Powell. Shoots over Leonard. Misses off the left iron. Clippers leading by 9. Zubac kicks to Rondo. Five on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot, but they'll get another chance. George passes to Zubac. From downtown, he can't hit that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's McCollum. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Lillard against George. For the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 7-point differential.
And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
To the inside, stolen by Cantor.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
On the wing, Morris. No good again that time. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Lillard from outside. No good that time. But deep 3 from George. Misses there. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. And as things get...
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. To the middle. Here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Covington. Powell for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. Now, here's Covington. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. They grabbed their own miss. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Doncic looking it over. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got his second basket.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. It's rebounded by Doncic. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Doncic has got 10 points. Here's Lillard. Kicks it to Covington. Can they get it? And Lillard lays it up and in.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Doncic passes to Richardson. That one's not going to go. And it's Portland the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Now, Doncic, after the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding him.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's McCollum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Doncic against Anthony for 3. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Cauley-Stein kicks to Brunson. Back to Cauley-Stein. A floater. And Cantor pulls it down.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. All alone. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in the top. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
J.J. Redick is out there with Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Cauley-Stein in at the 5. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And Jones slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Here's Burke. The Mavericks keeping it alive. A new 14. Yep, that one goes in there. Powell's got his first points of the game.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
McCollum against Redick. Tries from 10, and the basket by McCollum. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Porzingis is checked in for Cauley-Stein. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And stolen by Burke. An easy 2 points on the layup. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Lillard outside. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 8 points.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Burke with it. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the basket is good. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now the pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Cantor. It's good. Now just a 2-point Portland lead.
Boy, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Lillard surveying the D. That's good from Cantor on the assist by Lillard. He has 5.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Burke finds Porzingis. And here is Powell, defended by Covington. It's Hardaway with the drive. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And good that time.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Here's Doncic. The Mavericks shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
.55 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
And here's McCollum. He's got 6. Almost, but it rolls out.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Bucket is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Richardson against McCollum. That one good for 2.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Doncic against Jones. Doncic outside. Stolen by McCollum. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Nurkic. And he gets it to go. And now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. Thanks for joining us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Norman Powell. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you've got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Doncic. Oh, that was terrific.
My good. Luka flying to the rim and putting it on top of the defender's head.
Lillard outside. From outside, off the mark.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Finney Smith passes to Kleba, and Kleba slams it in. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Finished off the break.
Good vision that time from Covington. Seems to have a nice knack for making the right pass at the right time.
Here's Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Jim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. McCollum outside. Count the basket. McCollum's got 10 points in the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Doncic finds Cauley Stein. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
McCollum dishes to Cantor. Doncic with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Ahead. And the dunk by Porzingis.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Doncic against McCollum. That one, no good. Mavericks leading by 3, and we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. Trey Burks checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. McCollum left side. Outside Anthony. Pass to Simons. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Shot clock at 6. Here's McCollum. Offensive rebound. Cantor. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done. 7 points in the game.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Here's Burke, and he banks in the layup. Burke's got his second basket of the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
McCollum kicks to Cantor. Simons the pass to Cantor, and here's McCollum. Over Brunson, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Brunson the pass to Powell. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Melli. Back to Brunson. And it's blocked. McCollum against Hardaway. And the basket by McCollum.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, the young fella is going to the hoop.
But they recover it, and the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Finney Smith in at the four-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Puts up a three. The Trailblazers rebound. Second shot opportunity. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by one. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Kleber. McCollum against Richardson.
Far hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
He had a nice open look right there. And it's a three-point Trailblazer lead.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Now Hardaway. Richardson, good. Richardson's got his first basket.
Boy, Richardson has a lot of toughness. Remember, this is a guy who earned his spot in the NBA. Nothing has come easy for him.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And he lays it straight in.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Mavericks trail by 3. Now here's Brunson. And Covington sends it back. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Marjanovic comes in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. And Doncic throws it down.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
Lillard against Doncic. And that one's good, Lillard.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Lillard against Doncic. Chalk up 2 there. Doncic has got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
Lillard misses.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
And Porzingis, here we go. Banked in off the glass. And now just a 1-point Portland lead.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
Here's Lillard. And they call the foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Powell, the pass to Lillard.
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
44 seconds left in the game. Here's Doncic. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Lillard against Doncic. It falls.
And they do have a foul to give.
Dallas with the ball.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
And Doncic throws it down.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. Lillard with it. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a three-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
Doncic passes to Porzingis to force OT. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.